Oh, hi. How you doing? Now, normally on these days off, it's a bit difficult to come up with a story for everyone here. But boy oh boy, do I have a story for you. It's pretty crazy. It all started in the morning when I realized I needed to take out the trash in the kitchen because it was completely full. So I took the kitchen trash and went to our big black trash can, which was in the back of the house. But there was one problem. The black trash can was completely full. I didn't know what to do. So I decided to take a walk around the neighborhood to acclimate myself to the morning and to the day. And when I was done, I noticed a black trash can off in the horizon, and I thought to myself, well, trash day's tomorrow, and our neighbor has their trash out. Surely it would be alright to take our kitchen trash to that trash since trash day is so close. So I took the kitchen trash and then I walked all the way to the neighbor's trash and I opened the black trash lid and threw it in there. In that neighbor's trash, it was mostly empty. Not many trash bags in there, about two at most. Then I immediately walked back home and I took out the black trash up into the front since tomorrow is trash day. And as soon as I was pulling the black trash up into the front, there was a car that came down the street. And in this car, there was an angry lady, about a 45-year-old thin Mexican woman. She opened the car window and she told me, "You, did you throw your trash in my trash can?" And I said, "Yes." And I showed her the black trash can and how full it was, and I said it was because the black trash can was completely full in our house and I didn't have much room or any room to put our kitchen trash in. Then she said, "I don't care about your problems. You do not throw your trash in a neighbor's trash can. I want you to walk all the way back to the trash, our trash, and pull your trash out." And so I said, "Okay, that's fair. It is not the trash of our families, it is yours. So since it's your property and you're paying for the trash, it makes sense, of course." So I walked all the way to the black trash can and I pulled it kitchen trash out. Luckily, it wasn't too far into the trash bin. The strings for the kitchen trash were just high enough for me to grab on and pull it out. And as I was walking down the street to do this, the lady was driving close behind me and monitoring me before driving up her vehicle up into her driveway and then getting out of her car and walking into her house. Now, after I took the trash out of the bin, I felt pretty bad about what I did. So I walked up to the door, I knocked on it, and then she answered, and I said, I'm very sorry. This won't happen again. And then she said, no, you listen to me. I don't know how you were raised, but how I was raised to ask people before taking it upon myself to put my trash in their trash. And the fact you didn't told me that you were raised wrong and you have failed at what would be known as decency. And then after she told me that, I asked, could I ask for a name? I want to know your name so I can apologize on a more personal level. And then she said, you don't deserve to know my name. You don't deserve it. You are nothing. Then after she said that, she said, go away. And then she closed the door. Well, as you can imagine, being told those things did not feel very good. I mean, yes, it was wrong of me to put the family trash in the neighbor's trash without asking first. I should have done that, and I completely own that. But I feel like treating one like that shows a sign of very, very powerful lack of understanding the situation. I mean, in for me, in terms of I don't know. I feel like that was just a bit too mean. That's really all I'm saying. It was a bit too mean. That's all. So I don't know. It just felt a bit much. Or maybe it was just not that. That was just her natural reaction. But anyways, moving on. I walked back home, and I felt really bad about what I did, and I wanted to amend my actions. So, funnily enough, when I got to the front of the house I live at, I wanted to see if there was any room at all in our black trash can when I was in the front, and I was able just barely to squeeze the kitchen trash into the black trash can. And so I could have avoided all of that if I had just done that before doing what I did. So there you go. But I wanted to amend my actions in that moment. I was very emotional about it. So I decided to make the neighbor cookies, chocolate chip cookies. And then once I finished making the cookies, I got dressed in the nicest clothes I had on me, combed my hair, and just tried to have a nice neighborly appearance. I just genuinely felt bad about what I did, and I wanted to do something to amend what I did. And I thought, everyone likes cookies. Maybe when she sees that I wanted to do right, then perhaps she wouldn't look at me as nothing. So after I was done, and in a neighborhood, you don't want to be hated by your neighbors. That's like, with friends like these, why have enemies? And I always believed, treat unto others as you would want to be treated. And if you want to have good relationships, then treat others with a form of respect. So I thought that this was a respectful gesture. So I walked over to the neighbor's house with the cookies, and I knocked on the door, but then I noticed they had one of those Ring doorbells. So I rung the Ring doorbell with a camera on it, and an AI voice answered saying, "Sorry, there's no one here. Please leave a message and we'll be sure to contact you later." So I basically said, as the ring was being receptive to the message, the Ring doorbell, "I'm very sorry. I baked these cookies, and I wanted to show that I am truly and deeply apologize for this, for my ignorance." And then the husband came up of the lady, opened the door, and he said, "Oh, well, that's nice. Well, thank you, but my wife's diabetic." And then I said, "Oh, oops, sorry about that." And he said, "No, you're fine. Just don't do it again." And I'm like, "Okay, what was your name?" And he said, "My name's Eric." I was like, "Thank you, Eric. I'm sorry. It was wrong of me." He was like, You're fine. Just don't do it again." And then I walked home and watched the director's commentary of Nacho Libre and got carne asada nachos, and that was pretty good. And yeah, after that, my sister arrived home, helped out in the garden for a bit. I told her the whole story. She thought the lady was being a bit overly dramatic. And, yeah. It's crazy. But we were able to find the humor in it. I even told my mom, too, and our family friend. Yeah. Vacuumed the floor. Downloaded a new animation software. Attempted to make an animation based on the whole story, but then I got deep into a meditation session instead. I woke up from that after an hour and 40 minutes. 40 of those minutes were spent in like some deep sleeping state. And now I'm recording this. So thank you for listening. Oh, I also had a salad too for lunch, if you're wondering. Take care, everybody. And if there's any lesson you learned from this video, it's if you don't have room in your trash and your trash is full in the kitchen and you want to throw your trash in an empty trash can your neighbor's black trash can, be sure to ask before doing so. Otherwise, you will feel their wrath. So that's a lesson I learned. All right, that's about it. Take care, everybody. Have yourselves a wonderful morning, day, or night.